there's a lot of beef about Wander Franco spinning and flipping the ball to himself and then throwing out Mr. Reynolds in last night's win over the Pirates. What was it, 8-1 yesterday? Yeah, a lot of people, Major League Baseball game, he decides, that's pretty confident. You're going to flip the ball to yourself, spin it up, catch it, and then throw out the guy at first base. He said he wasn't impressed, Reynolds. Listen, Franco has a lot of God-given ability, and I don't think he suffers from insecurity or lack of confidence. Yeah, I saw it, and I was like, definitely kids are going to try to do that shit now. Like, you know what? I'm so confident I'm going to get this guy at first that I'll make it a little extra. And I would think a manager with a kid would be like, don't you ever do that again. Do you remember in Major League when Wesley Snipes' character makes that, drops his glove and makes the catch? He comes in, the manager goes, great play. Don't ever fucking do it again. That's exactly what I think would happen if I was managing a kid that did that. First of all, you're showing up the other team. It's going to come and pay. It's going to be payback in the future. Maybe you're going to get beamed or something. And there's no need for it. No need. But he did it. It's over with. And I couldn't get a great picture. It's better as a video, but I just was curious what people thought about it because, it's a little kind of crazy. Yeah. So Jessica Alba reached out to Sauce. Now, Sauce said he didn't know who Jessica Alba was. Now they've been formally introduced, so they can have high tea or something if they want to do that in the future. Giants fans, Dexter Lawrence, who was holding out for a new contract, 4 years, $90 million, $60 million guaranteed. He is now the third highest paid defensive tackle. He's 25 years young. He's played 64 games in 4 seasons, missed 2, 16 and a half sacks, 116 tackles, 4 forced fumbles in his career. Last year, career high 7.5 sacks and 28 quarterback hits. I like them locking him up young. Hey, now Saquon, we're going to see what's going to happen on that front. Time will tell. They got Randall Cobb now. So now I heard that Corey Davis and Denzel Mims will be traded. I've been hearing that forever with Denzel Mims. Corey Davis drops a lot of goddamn balls. A lot of balls. So I think that Randall Cobb would be he's also older, but he's had a better career, and Corey Davis did have a lot of drops. And, I thought he'd be a better player. He really's been okay, hurt more than he's played with the Jets too, might I add, which you can't win any games if you're sitting on the bench or you're in the trainer's room. We'll see what happens going forward. We will. Rodney McLeod went to the Browns from the Colts last year with the Colts, 59 solo tackles, 2 interceptions, 8 pass defense, 8 tackles for losses, a pick 6, and a fumble recovery. Now, I'm thinking a lot of these guys aren't getting offered the deals they want. Get a 1-year deal, and a prove-it deal. Some of these guys will go year to year to year if they're making pretty good money. I know you want the security of a longer-term deal, but it's almost like you're betting on yourself every goddamn season. And there's a market. He can come in, help the team. For the Browns, we'll see what happens. Deshaun Watson was sucked last season. We'll see if he improves this coming season. Time will tell on that front. Washington Commanders are supporting efforts by District of Columbia to get control of RFK Stadium, which is owned by the government. They play there from 61 to 96. They want to get close to the city. They want to go either closer in D.C. or they want to go Virginia. I know Snyder was trying to get it done in Virginia. That fell through. They got new owners now. Maybe they'll change the uniforms. Maybe change the goddamn name. The Commanders said terrible name. Terrible name. I would think if I took over a team, if I paid that much goddamn money, I'd be like, you know what? This isn't working. Washington Commanders is a terrible name. Let's get and better uniforms. Uniforms are just so generic, just blah. So basic. They're so basic. Lamar contract. He said he always wanted to stay with the Ravens. No trade clause. Says he wants to throw for like 6,000 this year with the weapons. So you got Zay Flowers, OBJ, Andrews, 6,000 yards. I think you're going to have. Yeah, I don't see, but good to have the confidence. Also, record $72.5 million signing bonus. Hey, I hope he has a great season. He got the deal he wanted. He didn't have to give the 3% to his agent, kept it all for himself. Mom and him did their deal, got it done. Got, $180 million guaranteed. Got the money he wanted. He's made bupkis since he came in the league, and we'll see what happens going forward. And Brady may walk away from the $375 million Fox deal. Andrew Marchand of the Post said 51% he goes through with it, or it's either 51-49 yes, or or 49-51. He separated from Giselle. He has kids. He's not the kind of guy who's going to come in the day of. He says it's a big time commitment. He's not going to go half-assed with anything. He doesn't do that. I could see him walking away. I just don't think it's a good fit for him. I never thought he was. He's never this loquacious guy who's out there and talking. I mean, he's kind of like a nerd. He's not like this. He talks and you're like, wow, this is fascinating stuff. I mean, he has a million stories to tell, and he can tell the perspective of quarterback. So I think he'd bring something that would be quite interesting. And he won, the greatest. Those are all plus points. I just don't see him doing it. But that's a lot of money to turn down. So we'll see what happens going forward. And Bills' $1.5 billion stadium approved. New home 2026, set to begin construction ASAP. And it's outdoor, which I love. I don't like indoor stadiums. And it looks like turf. I think it should be grass. I do. And Jalen Carter, fully guaranteed with the Eagles, 4 years, $21.8 million. He did slip, lost a lot of money. But I'm not even the least bit. He will make that money up. Well, you never make the money up, but he will get a huge deal next time through. I can't see him. He's going to wreak havoc in the NFL. There was a guy I was watching the Florida spring game. They have a guy who's between 400 and 450 pounds and twitchy muscle, like fast. He was a monster. I was like, holy shit, is that a big boy? Yankees Mets lost all 3 games. They lost today 2-0. Back-to-back home runs for Verlander in the first inning to Riley Green is third and Javi Baez is second. He did, I talked to Bubbles today. He says he thought they were going to win 86 games this season, 10 games over 500. He said basically, what's that, 86 and 76? Yeah. And, we're going to see if Scherzer and Verlander can get to postseason. Then, right now, I think the Yankees and the Mets, I love this. I said, this is